All right. I just talked to a mutual friend of ours who's currently wedding shopping. They said hi.
Oh no. Hi, Steph.
But how's it going for you?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I'm just enjoying today.
Yeah.
Got to meet and speak with a lot of people about the Royal Rumble and the Hurt Business and everything in between. So
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
I try to bring on my best Hurt Business inspired gear for the day,
Okay.
just to represent a little bit.
Right.
So,
No
just wanted to.
pocket square.
Yeah,
No pocket square. Where's
I
the
mean,
pocket
I mean, I mean,
You know.
I don't have that bread like you
we-
had to come in like a 3-piece, but-
Fake it. Get a handkerchief, but
So you're basically saying that like I can do like clip-on ties, and that's cool.
Oh no. Oh, yeah.
If I gotta fake it.
The last person who did a clip-on tie.
That's true. Dude, I've been a fan of yours for so long. First time ever meeting you. You are built like an action star action figure. You got it. I'm like, man, who the hell is that? But seriously, how you keeping yourself after all these years? Still keeping yourself fresh, still keeping yourself rejuvenated, still keeping yourself healthy and going?
Well, first of all, like I tell people, one, I'm a big kid at heart. Like I do things that make me feel young. Because I am young.
Yeah.
I'm a video game player. I'm the biggest kid you know. Video games, action figures, all of that. So, but from a physical standpoint, I don't like to say I'm these dated terms straight edge or anything, but
Yeah.
I live a rather clean lifestyle. I don't drink.
Yeah, marginalized fun.
Right. Well, for me, it's not even marginal. I don't drink at all. I
Okay.
never drink alcohol. I never smoke.
Yeah.
I never other.
Okay.
And other is whatever you want to put under there.
Yes, yeah.
So between that and the fact that I stay active when I'm home, I'll sit on the couch for hours and play video games, but I also go into my gym and work out 3-4 times a day.
Yeah.
I walk through my neighborhood. I just try to stay active.
Okay.
And really it's not as hard as people think if you make it your lifestyle. Like, I don't believe in diets.
Yeah.
Because if you're on a diet, that means you're going to be off of a diet.
Okay.
So for me, it's all lifestyle.
Okay.
And it's nothing crazy. If I see cookies over there and I want to eat them, I'm going to eat them. I'm not going to deprive myself of anything that I like. It's just I do things in margin. If I eat that cookie, well, I'm not going to eat cookies every day.
Yeah.
I'll have one today and I won't have one for maybe a week.
Yeah.
But in between all of that, I'm still exercising. I'm still being active.
Yeah.
And of course, when I look around at the other superstars, I want to look good too.
I hear that. I hear that.
So I might, I definitely work out more than the average person.
Yeah.
But it's nothing crazy.
Okay. You brought up gaming. I got to quickly ask, what do you currently can't put down, shall I say?
Currently, I can't put down The Witcher 3.
Oh?
I went back to that, and I've been like, just because the game is so big, I'm like, and I actually tweeted recently, like, does this game ever end? So every time I think I'm close, there's like a whole nother section that's open up. So I'm playing that all the time, but when I'm home, but that's my travel game. I keep it on my Switch.
Okay.
Because literally I have everything. Switch, Xbox, whatever. Don't ask me, am I Xbox or PlayStation? I'm literally, I'm everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'm everything.
Yeah.
So I'm really keeping my eye on that whole acquisition that Xbox just has. So that's...
Listen, I live 10 minutes from Bethesda, and I got to say, when they made that announcement at first, I said, oh, Microsoft they're not playing. And then now this, I'm like... Oh, when people were like, they say, oh, Xbox don't have no release titles.
Right.
They say, okay, cool. We'll see you in a couple of months. Don't worry, we got you.
Hey, I tell you what, they shut me up because I was literally just complaining about that. I'm like, my friend was like, when I ordered the game, he was like, oh, do you want it on Xbox or PlayStation? Like, PlayStation, because Xbox is basically a giant paperweight. Like, I'm not dealing with them until they get some exclusives. And And then, okay, they rang that bell, and I was like, okay. Okay, you got me.
They've been itching to spend some money, and they came out big. Now, in WWE, the University of Minnesota presence is heavy. Gable Stevenson, yourself, and Brock Lesnar. What does it mean to see your alma mater be such displayed in the biggest and best wrestling company in the world?
Well, honestly, with what the University of Minnesota has been putting out over the last 2 decades with national champion after national champion, I mean, it seems to go without saying that, of course, you would have the best in the world come to the biggest, best professional wrestling company in the world.
Yeah.
So, and Gable, I mean, Gable has taken the world by storm, literally.
Yeah.
At his age,
Yeah.
winning the Olympics,
Yeah.
winning NCAA championships, and I just recently attended one of the matches, and I just watched him put on it looked like he was having a light warm up against,
Oh boy.
one of the guys. Like, I mean, for me, it's like, yeah, you damn right. That's what we gophers do. Damn right.
I love it. I love it. Now, talk a little bit about the Hurt business here. You and Cedric. I mean, as an African American, and I would almost say all folks of color looked up to this. I know that you have a job, you go out there, and you fully embrace this, and it's been a fun ride. But could you ever imagine the privilege and the responsibility behind the Hurt business? Little kids, younger than me, looking up and saying, that could be me, myself.
Right.
I don't have to change anything. That could be me.
Right.
A couple more years, probably some bulking, but that could be me. But like, could you ever imagine that this would be?
The strange thing is, I think as a man of color and coming from my background and everything, I could imagine it. I always imagined it, even from a single standpoint, which is why I made some of the decisions that I made throughout my career.
Yeah.
But to see it happen, and in such a big way, and be embraced by the world. It was that part I couldn't imagine. It was and is an honor to have done it. I'm so proud to have been a part of it.
Yeah.
And to be an integral part of it. It's one of my crowning achievements. It's up there with my proudest moments. If you're your father, you see your child born. It's like, for the Hurt business, is like, that's our baby, and it's like, look, it's like we're gonna sit back years now, and go, guys, look what we did.
Yes.
Look what we did, and look how it's affected all of these people in such a positive way. Like I said, we loved it.
Yeah.
I can't put into words how special that was.
It's absolutely a hard question. I was just going to say, like, man, it's been special to me, and like, I can imagine what it means to you. But yeah, truly. Now, this weekend puts you in a very peculiar situation here.
Oh yeah.
Your fellow alumnus, Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Your fellow business partner. One may even say your brother.
Right.
In the biggest match of their career. Where does your allegiance lie here?
Wow. Because like I said, they're both good friends of mine. We're both team, like the history between both guys spans decades.
Yeah.
So, it's really one of those things. It was like, it's hard to pick a side. It's really hard to pick a side. It might have been easier a few months ago, before I've been put through a wall and all these other things. But again, in the end, he's still my brother. And, it's like my brother and one of my best friends, they're getting in a fight. It's like, part of me goes, okay, this one is where I go, okay, just have at it, all right?
Yeah.
All right, and like, okay, are you happy? Are you happy? All right, I'm just gonna stand back here and let you guys go at it. Give me time, all right? So,
family affair. That's what it is.
It's a family affair. In this case, being older than both of them, I'm big brother going, okay, kids.
Yeah. Yeah, scrap it out and make up afterwards,
Right.
Family affair. Now, for my last question, recently on the Ringer Wrestling podcast, Bobby Lashley was on there, and he said, I just want to make sure I get this quote correctly, he said that you all just broke the surface, and there's so much more that could have been done, speaking about the Hurt business. When he says so much more that could have been done, did you ever start to scale about the possibilities of how much more there was still left on the table with this?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, we were only together, it was less than a year.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about all of the other great factions that have come, along from DX, even the Bloodline,
Yeah.
the New Day, the Four Horsemen, Evolution.
Oh,
Like I
right
said,
in there.
Yeah, we hadn't even scratched the surface.
Yeah.
We hadn't even scratched the surface.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really was upsetting about the whole thing is of course it's sports entertainment. Eventually we would all have to go our own separate ways.
Yeah.
But we still have so much more to give. We haven't even there were still wars to fight.
Man.
Like we won a war with New Day. We won a war with the Bloodline. We won a war with any four guys that think they had what it takes to face the Hurt Business, because the Hurt Business we were legit.
Yeah.
So, when I was like, of course, we could have been one of the greatest of all time, and I feel like we are one of the greatest of all time, but unfortunately one of the shortest lived, and that's again.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that your names are sketched in stone forever. It's an impact, and it's crazy you said year, and I keep thinking damn, it was only a year, but it's a lifetime.
Not even.
Still feels like it's going, and it is going to keep going as long as you all keep the narrative.
Right, of course. It's sports entertainment, so never say never.
Yeah. True.
Sometimes it's never say never, just not right now.
Very true. Very true. Well, Shelton, it's been a pleasure to finally meet you and talk to you, boss man. And everybody, thank you so much for tuning in for this. Appreciate you.